Want to ask you one more question before we go to our audience questions, and that has to do with the World Cup next year and the Olympics in 2028. Have you been in touch with anyone from the U.S. Olympic Committee, the International Olympic Committee, with their concerns about how these games will come off, given that people are being banned from coming into the United States, that whole countries have the prospect of visitors coming to the United States, and perhaps even coaches and teams who may find themselves barred from coming here by Trump policies?
Well, I think it was actually, yes, the International Olympic Committee was just here. But they were here before the raid started. But I did have a chance, along with the council president and Paul Kerkorian, who is our executive director of major events. The three of us had an opportunity to speak at a plenary session with them. However, their concerns then were the fires in terms of would the city be ready? And we absolutely assured them that the city will be ready. And here's the irony once again. President Trump is very concerned about the World Cup. He wants the World Cup to happen. And so the madness that is happening right now, just like they turned on the switch in a positive way in the Palisades, they turned off the switch in a very negative way in terms of immigration. I can see them turning it back on. He's very invested. This is going to be world leaders coming. This is an opportunity to show off our state, to show off our city. It's very important to the administration that we shine. And so I don't feel that because we are being assaulted today, that that will be the case next year. And one thing about this administration, just like the first one, is the uncertainty that is consistent, that characterizes the administration. We've watched this on the world stage. One day we have tariffs, one day we don't. One day minute he's talking to North Korea, the next minute he isn't. So, we have lived with this uncertainty. Now we're in our fifth year living
Well,
with.
is Los Angeles then in a position to say to the administration, hey, we want fans, we want teams to come here. So A, B, C, here's some suggestions we have. And are you undertaking that? Although I don't know that the timing is very great right now.
Timing is not good right now, but absolutely said that before, and we'll say it afterwards. I have not given up. I do have contacts in the administration. I do have a formal request to speak directly with the president. And as I mentioned, several of my former colleagues are now in the administration playing very significant roles.
Have the World Cup organizers or the IOC expressed specific concerns since this meeting about who may be coming and who may not be allowed to come?
No, no, not yet. That has not happened. Now, you know that there is a separate organization putting on the Olympics, LA 28. They have not reached out to me saying that there's concerns from the IOC.
Mayor, we always try to end these discussions with a minute of something optimistic and positive. And so I think people, especially now, are very eager to hear what you have to say on that score.
Well, absolutely. Again, our city is united, and I think it's so important that we stay together. And one of the things that we had planned to do, we were going to kick it off in January. We delayed it because of the fires until April. But once a month, we're bringing people together to do beautification projects around the city to prepare for the world. Because in 12 short months, the World Cup will be here. 8 games will be played here. The World Cup will last for 40 days. And so that's going to be 40 days of celebratory activity in our city. And we want to make sure that people stand together. So I would just invite all of your listeners to please participate in Shine LA. Let's get the city ready to welcome the world.
And will the National Guard still be here?
No! What can I say?
Mayor Karen Bass, thank you so much. I hope we have occasion to do this again and update some news and I hope some good news for our beleaguered city and county of Los Angeles. Next week, as you can see, on July 9th, Madeline Brand will be talking with journalist DJ Dion about progressives and moderates uniting to save our country. We, of course, will invite your questions and your viewership then. And we thank all of you from across the country and around the world who've been able to join us this evening. I'm Pat Morris, and thank you so much.